It's like riding a roller coaster every single day when you drive.
Enough! You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
Puny god.
This is my old project car. It was initially my daily driver. I did a lot of road trips in this, and now it's here at the scrapyard. I worked super hard and filmed an entire build series on this car, and show them the interior. This is what's left of it. You can see they left the curtains and the e-brake. Everything else is gone. Sometimes you just need to know when to kill a project, and that's what I want to talk about.
You got that car for like $4,000, right?
Yeah, $4,000 is, and I put way too much money into it. When you're working on a car and you buy a car, and for car people, it's not just a car. You can't just replace it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is a piece of you. And when I got rid of that Mini Cooper, it was like a piece went away. And
Huh.
I think that getting rid of that Mini Cooper was signifying the end of an era in my life.
Okay, so it's only gone messier in here, like really messy. But so I had the whole engine put together. Super proud of that.
To bring it to where one, it would run, and two, where I could throttle it even more just to break it again.
Mm-hmm.
And the cycle just kept repeating. Yeah, you gotta know when to cut your losses. And I had pressure from Bree. I had pressure from everybody to end that project.
Yeah, to get rid of it.
Everybody saw how much of a financial strain it was on me. And I was just too emotionally invested into it to call it quits.
All right, everybody, update.
I knew that I could just unleash hell on earth if I wanted to. And dude, I would race people at stoplights. I would race people constantly.
Remember that one time when we were, I forget where we were going. I think we were dropping John off at his like other apartment in Lancaster, and there was this BMW 3 Series. It was like a 335i or something like that, and we raced him at the stoplight and absolutely dusted him.
Yeah, dude.
The car was way too quick, man. The car was it was basically like a go-kart. How immediate that power would hit. It's just like crazy.
Yeah, and you know, I had it for about a year and a half when it was drivable, and then it started breaking down, and I would fix it and break down. But right before it broke down the last time was when it had the most power. Stop! I had upgraded the supercharger, rebuilt the engine, upgraded the cam, forged pistons. I mean, the thing was a beast. And with those 500cc injectors, because of how much boost we were making, you're holding one hand on the wheel, one hand on the stick shift, and you just tap the gas and spinning those tires. You're like, oh, it's crazy.
It was rear wheel, right?
It was front wheel. I was spinning the front wheels, dude.
Gee, because whenever I do that, I'm just hopping, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
great, my transmission's about to blow up.
Yeah, dude, that's why you always turn off traction control. Traction control is for people who don't want to spin. We want to spin. I would be driving the like hour back to the house almost, and there was this long strip, and I would just be pounding through the gears, downshifting around the turns, and just, I mean, the blood and the adrenaline just pumping, like going insanely fast, listening to techno music on back roads in pitch black. I think that car was the car that made me fall in love with cars.
Oh yeah, dude. There is no better feeling in the world than downshifting and going through a corner just to completely like redline it right out of it. It's like, and people like, if you've never driven like a fast stick shift car, like I just feel bad for you, because it's like you can't not fall in love with just motorsport and cars after that.
It wants to start. It's not going to start. I'm not sure really what's going on. All I know is there's a lot of bugs, and it's getting real late. All right, as you can see, I have not been working on the Mini. The parts have started to pile up. Old wheels just... I really hit a wall with the Mini Cooper.
Oh, dude. And remember, I was trying to super turbo it? I was trying to turbo it on top of the supercharger.
That thing would have been, that thing probably would have blew up.
Did I ever start it for you when it was working? Like,
not when you were doing all that stuff. I was down at college. You had sunk so much money in trying to like get everything to work together, and it just, no matter, like you would get it running and then it would break down again and then all of that. I just think like, you know, it was time to hang up the hat. And then with getting rid of it, you got the El Camino, and I mean, geez, like I'd give you my car for that car, honestly.
dude,
Probably
okay.
not, just for gas mileage reasons.
Yeah, for gas mileage reasons, it might be.
Yeah, but I mean, definitely, I think at one point it became a lost cause, and it's just the expenses and the amount of time you have to put into it just outweighs the end product. You're just lucky you have people around you to tell you. So I'm sure there's way too many people that have put in way too much money just to never see it run.
It's almost like, give me whatever money you're willing to get this out of my life so I can bring something productive back into it.
Oh, it's going. What? Yeah, I told her. I tell her it's leaving every week though, so she probably didn't believe me. Oh, that exhaust. I'm gonna miss that. Should have stolen that before I left. Man, it's finally gone. The end of an era and the beginning of the El Camino. And as you can see, the engine is gone. You know, the one thing I kept trying to get working and running, and it's gone.
Never know. You never know who picked it up.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. You'll never know where that engine went.
All I know is it's making someone else smile.
Exactly. I mean, pass it on. Share the love.
Everything is stripped from my project. But that's not a bad thing. Sometimes the best thing is to allow your project to become someone else's project. When you get too burned out and it becomes a burden, it's no longer fun. Building a car should be fun. And maybe you're just not meant to finish it. Maybe you don't have the technical prowess. Take what you learned from this project and bring it into something new. Without doing this, I would have never been able to finish the El Camino, and I would much rather have the El Camino. Even though this thing was the fastest freaking whip around, I just love cruising in my classic car. And know what? Maybe one day I will build a new one of these. But for now, I'm happy where I'm at.